We have 5 elections right across North America to tell you about tonight. We'll start in Ottawa, where the already razor-thin support for the Liberal government is slipping even further. The leader of the Bloc Québécois, which had once put its weight behind Justin Trudeau, now pledging to work with other parties to topple the minority government. Though it will likely be a challenge to convince the NDP, if the Bloc does succeed, Canadians could be heading to the polls before Christmas.
If producer under supply management regime were not to get what we asked, we were to start discussing with opposition parties in order to have this government fall. And this is exactly what we are starting to do as of now.
We're seeing ministers calling.
Francois Blanchet is pushing the federal government one step closer to an early election. Let's rewind. It all started last month after the NDP pulled out of its deal to prop up the Liberals' minority government in exchange for movement on pharma and dental care. Party leader Jagmeet Singh suggested the NDP would still support the Liberals on a case-by-case basis and said they have no intention of triggering an election anytime soon.
We want to make it very clear. I do not believe that Justin Trudeau deserves a second chance. He has let you down. He has let you down, and it has meant that people are worse off. And if things are bad now, Pierre Poilievre is proposing a future that will be even worse. So we are here to stop conservative cuts, and I'm here to become the next Prime Minister of this country.
Meanwhile, the Conservatives launched a pair of non-confidence votes in the House of Commons, which have failed so far, with only the Tories voting yay.
All those in favour of the motion will please.
In exchange for their support, the Bloc had demanded Liberals pass 2 private members' bills that hike old age security payments and exempt dairy, poultry, and eggs from future trade negotiations, and set a deadline October 29th today. Blanchet telling reporters there's been no movement on negotiations.
Not only are we ready, but we might be expecting that with enthusiasm.
The Tories still have 3 more shots to fall the Liberals in a non-confidence vote, this time with the help of the Bloc, though there are no dates set yet. The opposition would need the support of the NDP to topple the government. Deputy PM Chrystia Freeland today saying her party is ready for an election, but hopes to keep communicating with the Bloc. As the Liberals' support in the House of Commons continues to crumble, Trudeau's support in his own party appears to be wavering. The Prime Minister survived an internal uprising last week when 24 members of caucus signed a letter calling for him to step down. Now some MPs are calling for a secret ballot at a meeting tomorrow.
And it ensures that members of Parliament who are voting can vote their conscience without fear of consequence.
I mean, if his mind is indeed made up, I think an appropriate way of moving forward to get unity within the party, in our caucus, would be to have a secret ballot where a large majority of the vote would be able to determine if there is the overwhelming support that I think is needed to be able to lead our party into the next election.
And in our rules, the leader is not chosen by secret ballot of caucus members. That's just not how Liberals govern themselves. It's not how we do things.
The Conservatives lead in the polls by more than 20 points, a difference that would be difficult for the Liberals to make up if an election was called before Christmas.